Doing great. Tonight we are going to celebrate the divisional round playoffs of our autumn wind football season. This first game out of four features two NFC rivals. The Oakland Raiders, 12-4, coached by Tim Bowler, who won their wild card game, features two NFC rivals. The Oakland Raiders, 12-4, coached by Tim Bowler. I was going to say we are getting an echo in this place. I wonder if everybody heard that. I just heard myself, and that was awful. All right, let's get back to this. This is Tim Bowler, 12-4 head coach of the Oakland Raiders, who won their wild card playoff last week against the Carolina Panthers, 28-21, up against San Francisco, the 49ers, coached by Lawrence Green, who was 13-3 this season, and they had a bye. They were, of course, one of four teams to have a bye. The other NFC team to have a bye is the Houston Texans, and they will be taking on the St. Louis Rams in their divisional playoff game. So let's put the card image up there, and let's get rolling. So as we join the game, Oakland had the opening kickoff, and they have the ball at their own 29, facing a 3rd down and 6. Against a San Francisco defense that is rated good against the run and good against the pass. I formation for Oakland 3-3-5, counter 3-3-5 by the San Francisco 49ers. That's Tom Brady under center for the Raiders. 61% completion percentage this year, 14 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. LaShawn McCoy in the backfield. Here comes a pass to Quincy Enunwa. It's only good for 3 yards, and they will turn the ball over on 3 downs back to the San Francisco 49ers. Coached by Lawrence Green, again, 13-3, regular season. They had a bye heading into these divisional playoffs. And that's a nice return of 12 on the play for Bruce Ellington. And the 49ers will take their first possession, ball at their own 28-yard line. I formation. This is the highest powered offense in the entire league. 508 points scored, the number one offense in the league. They are facing off against a Raider team that allowed 265 points, and that put them in the top 5 in points allowed in the entire league. It's an average defense, run and pass. I think that's a credit, again, to Tim Bowler's coaching ability to put his defense in points allowed in the top 5 in the league with just an average club. They do have 5s at the corners. Here comes another pass to Randall Cobb, and that one is good. So 2 consecutive passes to Randall Cobb for a first down. Cobb is kind of the forgotten man on this club that goes with 2 tight ends but puts Gronk as a blocking back. They had 3 receivers with over 100 catches this year, including Gronkowski, Travis Kelce, and Julio Jones. And if that wasn't enough, they have Jay Ajayi in the backfield, who's getting a robust 6.4 yards per carry, 1,700 yards on the season. So it's easy to see how this club could score 508 points. Oh, did we forget to mention Sam Bradford, who threw 43 touchdown passes this year, 62% completion percentage. Offense is the name of the game for this club. They do tend to allow the points, 352 to be exact. That put them in the middle of the pack in autumn wind this year, but their MO is to outscore their opponents. So Lawrence Green, 2nd down at 11, ball at the Raiders 46. Here's a screen to Rex Burkhead, and that pass falls incomplete. I had mentioned in the preview show that San Francisco running backs had caught a grand total of 2 passes this season. So their main targets, again, Kelsey, Gronkowski, their tight ends, Reggie Cobb and Julio Jones. 3 of those players, with the exception of Cobb, with 100 passes caught this season. Here's an off-tackle draw to Jay Ajayi on a 3rd down and 11. That'll make it 4th down and 2. Lawrence probably will go for it here, and he will. So it looks like he just wanted to pick up some yards there to create a 4th down, a manageable 4th down and 2, which basically is in no man's land between the 30 and 40. So he's going to go for it. Here's an off-tackle run to Jay Ajayi, and he will pick up 2 on the play. And that will move the chains. Oakland keyed him, but the roll was on the defensive card. There was one linebacker in the zone. Had it been on the offensive card, it would have been the first turnover of the game. Instead, San Francisco moves on. Here's a pass to Rob Gronkowski. That one is incomplete, correctly double-teamed by the Raiders. Nice call, Tim Bowler. Again, they're playing I formation. Gronkowski is a blocking back in this formation. Bradford under center, I formation. 3-4 defense for Oakland. The good news, they have 2 5 cornerbacks. The bad news is they do have a linebacker 0. Here's an inside run for Jay Ajayi. It's guessed correctly, even with a linebacker in the zone, with a right guard 6. He's able to make the block that springs Ajayi for 7 yards. So again, another manageable conversion down here. 3rd and 3, ball at the Raiders 28. We're just underway in the first quarter of the first of 4 divisional playoff games featuring 2 NFC clubs, the Raiders, Oakland Raiders, 12 and 4, traveling to San Francisco, 13 and 3. Tim Bowler, coach of the Oakland Raiders. Lawrence Green coaches the San Francisco 49ers. That's a run for Jay Ajayi. He picks up 4 on the play and moves the chains with another first down. Ajayi impressive on this drive. 6 carries, 34 yards so far. So many weapons on this team. Here comes a pass to Gronkowski. He is not double teamed. It is guessed correctly, and the pass falls incomplete. Bradford only 2 of 5 on this drive so far. Again, 62% completion percentage on the season. Great card. 43 touchdown passes against only 13 interceptions. Again, the Raiders, the 5th stingiest defense when it comes to points allowed this year, 265. Here's a screen pass. Excuse me, it's a short pass to Gronkowski. That's going to pick up 11 yards and another first down. So now with the ball of the 13 of the Raiders, San Francisco looking to go on top first in this game. That's Gronk's first catch of the quarter. Here's a pass to Randall Cobb that falls incomplete. Again, Cobb kind of the forgotten man in this offense. His 3 receiver mates, 2 tight ends, and a wide receiver all caught 100 passes. Cobb caught 28, but he already has 2 in this game. Here's a pitch to Jay Ajayi. It's on the defensive card, no linebackers in the zone, and he picks up 12 yards. So now San Francisco is driven all the way to the Oakland 1. Full house backfield. That's Rex Burkhead along with Gronkowski and Jay Ajayi. So San Francisco looking to punch this one in again and get the first score here in this first quarter. Oakland 3 and out on their first possession. San Francisco destined to score. Ball at the 1. Let's see if the Raiders can make the stand. This play is guessed right. It's a 1 yard loss for Jay Ajayi. I mean, you can flip a coin at this point and try to key, but the Raiders choose not to do that on the first play. Now, maybe with the ball at the 2, they might consider it, although Burkhead's got a pretty decent guessed wrong run card. So that certainly is in play. I think Bradford can run fairly well in a linebacker setting, especially if it's guessed wrong. So perhaps he just decides to play it straight. Here's a pass to Gronkowski. Guessed correctly, but Gronk is going to catch the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. So we have our game's first score. And the Niners will go on top 6-0 and try to tack on this extra point. And they do. So the San Francisco 49ers, autumn wins, most prolific scoring team, draws first blood in this divisional playoff game as they take the lead 7-0 over the Oakland Raiders. This is Oakland's second possession. Tim Bowler, his glove, no offensive slouch at all. 400 points scored for their club. That's 7th in the league. So this team also can put some points on the board, also with the added advantage of having a halfway decent defense scoring-wise. Here is a pass to C.J. Uzomah, the tight end. He will pick up 12 yards on the play. Uzomah is a tight end, but he's playing an I formation, so he's actually a blocking back. So a 12-yard pickup, and that is the first down for Oakland. And here comes LaShawn McCoy. Nice pickup of 5 yards on that first play. When you get to this level of the playoffs, almost everybody has a dominant running back. Oakland is no exception. Shady, 1,800 yards this season, 5.8 yards per carry. They have a nice backup in Tevin Coleman as well. Here's another run. This one to Shady, and they are riding Shady down the field. There's another 10-yard run on that play, and that will be a first down for the Raiders as they are at their own 49. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. San Francisco ahead 7-0. The winner will play in the NFC Conference Championship, and they will face the winner of Houston and St. Louis. Here comes a deep pass to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown has got to head to the end zone for a score. So a big strike to Antonio Brown, and the Raiders answer back quickly. In just a matter of a few plays, Antonio Brown, a 51-yard scoring strike from Tom Brady. And just like that, the Raiders and the Niners are tied at 7. We are going to see some points in this game, no doubt. Both clubs with average run and average pass defense cards. The strengths, both of these are veteran coaches. The weaknesses, you'll see them. There are some 0s and 4s on both sides of the ball. There's an off-tackle run left to Rex Burkhead. Guessed wrong. He picks up 6 on the play. Pretty nice card there. No short gain specifically, but as you can see, 12, 15, 16 yards. So a dangerous card for Rex Burkhead. Of course, he's limited usage, but he's spelling Jay Ajayi, trying to save some carries. Here comes another play. This one's headed for Burkhead. It's a pass. It is caught. White die 6. Linebacker 6 roll in play. 10-yard pickup. Put 0 men in the zone. That is another first down for the Niners. In the first quarter, they've been able to move it with relative ease. They did have to convert a 4th down on their first drive, and they did so successfully. Bradford 5 of 9 for 37 yards. Off-tackle run for Burkhead. Guessed wrong, but the dreaded Tom Cook 5. Picks up 0 on the play. Second down. As we're closing in on the last couple of plays here in the first quarter, in a very fast first quarter. Here's an inside run for Jay Ajayi, and he picks up 18 yards on the play, and that will do it for the first quarter. So San Francisco, very aggressive offense. a dominant offense, and so far Oakland has not been able to put too much into stopping them. Again, they did have one 4th down, but they were able to convert, and they scored on their first drive, and they look like they're on their way this time. So the score at the end of one is 7-7. The Niners have the ball at the Raiders' 44. On that first down play, that was a screen pass to Travis Kelce. That was his first catch of the game, and he loses 3 on the play. So 2nd down and 13. Jay Ajayi, a very dangerous guest run wrong card. So let's see if he tries to pick up some yards here with him. And instead, he opts for a short pass to Gronkowski. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. That was on the defensive card. An average defensive card. You roll a 3, you get a blank. So now it's 3rd down and 13. Now, the last time on their first drive, Lawrence decided to do a inside run for Jay Ajayi and was able to pick up some significant yards that created a 4th down and 3, which they were able to convert. So let's see if he tries the same strategy here again. Off tackle draw again to Ajayi, but this time he's only able to pick up 4 yards, so that'll bring up 4th and 9. So let's see what Sir Lawrence is thinking here. Ball at the 40. Does he just decide to pin him deep, or does he go for a risky play at their own, at the San Francisco 40? 57-yard field goal. I don't think that's something that's going through his head right now. So he is going to go for it. He does stay in the I formation. And the Raiders will counter with their 3-3-5. They do have a linebacker 0 and 2 4s across the middle, so that's a possibility for a flat pass. But you'd have to get lucky with that 7 roll on the defensive card. And here's a short pass to Randall Cobb. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. So San Francisco will fall short on their second drive, going for it on 4th and 9 from the Raiders' 40, and the Raiders will take over. So the first turnover of the game occurs as a turnover on downs, and Oakland will set up shop at their own 40-yard line. Tim Bowler takes over, 12-4 this season. Wild card winner last week against Carolina Panthers. Here's an off-tackle run to Shady, and Shady will pick up 9 yards on the play. Defensive end 2 or 9, white die 4 roll, a white die 5, on that play. And so that'll give 9 to Shady. Shaky defenses on both of these clubs, average. Both of these clubs are built around scoring. However, Oakland was able to post a top 5 total of 265 yards allowed this season. Here's the first appearance for Tevin Coleman. Coleman will pick up 5 on the play, and that is a first down for the Raiders as they are now in San Francisco territory for the second time. Trailing 7-0 late in the first quarter, Tom Brady hit all-world wide receiver Antonio Brown for a 51-yard scoring strike to tie this one up. We've just played 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Both clubs have 7 points. Here's a deep pass to Uzma. Defense calls wrong, and the pass is complete. So Brady, for the second time in this game, completes a long pass, this time to his blocking back, C.J. Uzma, real-life Cincinnati Bengal. And the Raiders now have the ball at the San Francisco 17. So Bowler clearly is in scoring position. Let's see what he can turn it into. Here's a run for Shady McCoy. Guessed right. Nice call, Lawrence Green. No gain for Shady. 5 carries so far for 24 yards. He averaged 5.8 yards per carry. His counterpart, Jay Ajayi, an amazing 6.4 yards per carry. A pass again to his blocking back, Uzma, and he catches it again. So Brady, so far, perfect. 5 of 5 for 109 yards and a touchdown. His main target so far has been their blocking back, Uzma. 3 catches for 55 yards. That one was good for 14 yards. And the Raiders are knocking on the door. Ball at the Niners 3. Here's a run to Shady, and into the end zone he goes. So a touchdown So the Raiders, after being stopped for a 3 and out on their first drive, has scored on 2 consecutive drives. That is a block extra point. That's a block extra point, but it will not be returned. So Oakland will go ahead, but they lose the point on that play, and the score is now 13-7. Oakland over San Francisco. So we have a little break in the action. It looks like we have a screen freeze. So it looks like I'm going to have to log back in. I've noticed that each of the kicks actually have been without animation. And so when that one went to animation, I'm thinking this probably isn't a good sign. As it turns out, it wasn't. For whatever reason, special teams plays just muck up these broadcasts for whatever reason. So I'm sorry. Let's just jump right back in. And here we go. So we've missed a couple of plays. San Francisco trailing 13-7 with just over 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. They have the ball at their own 37. It's 3rd and 9. We've seen nothing but the I formation so far from the Niners. 3 all-world receiving options here. Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski, and Julio Jones. And here comes a pass to Rob Gronkowski. He's double teamed by the defense, and that pass will fall incomplete. So, again, great call by Oakland. And he's going to turn the ball over, or he's going to get the ball back. I'm sorry. He's going to get the ball back from the Niners with just over 8 minutes to play. Brad Wing's punt is fielded by Michael Campano. He will pick up 9 on the play, and the Raiders will take over at their own 24. Initially in the preview broadcast, I had put 46 points as the over-under on this, and San Francisco, with virtue of the 3-point advantage at home, I gave them a 6-point advantage for this game. These two clubs did meet one time during the regular season, and for two high-powered offenses, actually, it's kind of a defensive struggle. Oakland was on the road against San Francisco and was able to come away with a victory, 17-10. On this first down play, Tevin Coleman runs for 4 yards, puts the ball at the 28 of the Raiders, second down and 6. Now checking into the game is Kerwin Williams. I believe that's his first appearance. Uzma still the blocking back. And here's a pass to Martellus Bennett, and that is caught. And that'll be a first down. That's a pickup of 6 yards. Bennett and Antonio Brown both led the Raiders with 76 catches on the season. So a 3-wide set. I believe that's the first time we've seen that this game. That's Quincy Enunwa in the ball game, 20 yards per catch average. And there's a run for Tevin Coleman, and it's a big run, 33-yard pickup on the play. Defensive nose tackle reading came up on that 2. Oh, wow. Nose tackle only a 4, white die 6. That play will not be made. Tevin Coleman is the beneficiary, so 33-yard pickup on the play. So Coleman has been big this drive. This time he only picks up 2 on the play. It's guessed wrong, but he's only able to muster 2 yards. Coleman so far with 44 yards in this first half. Shady checks back into the game. Here comes an off-tackle run. Short yardage defense called by the Niners. He's only able to pick up 1, so 3rd down and 7 for Oakland. They are leading 13-7 on the road here against San Francisco. 2 quality clubs, Oakland with 12 wins. 13 wins if you count the wild card victory last week against Carolina, 12-4 in the regular season. San Francisco 13-3. I formation again for the Raiders. San Francisco stays in their base 3-4. Average defense. Antonio Brown to the left. That's Enumba to the right. Uzma so far has been the favorite target for Tom Brady. And here's a pass to Enumba, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. So it's now 4th down and 7, ball at the 37. So here comes a 47-yard attempt. And that kick is going to go wide. So a 2-3, 10-12. Oh, I'm sorry. A 2-3 from 30 yards line. I'm betting that's a variable. I'm still learning about how variable kicks work. Regardless, there's not much of a chance for a good kick there, and that kick sails wide left. And so San Francisco now will take over at their own 37, and on that first down, Jay Ajayi runs for 12 yards. So they've already crossed into Oakland territory for the 3rd time in this contest. Here's a flare to Gronk. Defense calls pass. Gronk is able to haul it in, and he will pick up 6 on the play. Running clock here in the second quarter, 3 minutes remaining. San Francisco with the ball at the Oakland 45-yard line, trailing 13-7 in this autumn wind divisional playoff game. This is the first of 4. The winner will take on the other NFC divisional playoff game when St. Louis travels to Houston. Here's a pass to Julio Jones, hauled in for 5 yards, and another first down. Ball at the Oakland 40. Ball caught in the field of play. Oakland chooses not to call timeout. So 2:24 on a running clock. I formation again. That's all we've seen so far from San Francisco. We've seen a mix of 3-4 and 3-3-5 from the Raiders. So Tim Bowler and his defense trying to keep everything in front of them. That's a 5-yard pass to Kelsey, guessed right. That one also is caught in the field of play, does not get out of bounds, doesn't try to get out of bounds. That's a look-in pass, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. San Francisco has the ball at the Oakland 35, trailing 13-7. And here's an inside run to Jay Ajayi, but he is stopped. A linebacker in that 3-4 defense is brought up into the nose tackle, into the linebucker zone, if you will. And that's a nice call from Tim Bowler. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. San Francisco looks to be in scoring range. But it'd be a 49-yard field goal from here. Quick look at their kicker. That's Matt Bryant. 8 of 11 from 40 to 49, but it's not going to matter as this is going to be a first down. Pass to Travis Kelsey. That's his 4th reception of the first quarter, but only for 12 yards. He's able to make it out of bounds on that 3rd down. So the ball is now at the Oakland 23 with 1:30. So plenty of time, 3 timeouts remaining. Oakland is well in Matt Bryant's field goal range, but they're looking for more. Here's a quick pass to Gronkowski. It is caught, but he loses 2 on the play. And San Francisco likely will call timeout here, I would think. Nope, they do not. Instead, they play hurry up. Of course, they're going to play hurry up. That's the same formation they've had in the entire first half. So 2nd down, 1:07 to go, running clock, ball at the 25. With 3 timeouts, certainly the run is in play here. Let's see if they decide to let Jay Ajayi run wild. And they do. Here comes an inside run. It's a draw play. And it's going to pick up 9 and a little bit more on top of that. So Jay Ajayi will scamper for 19 yards on that play. Nice call by Lawrence. He doesn't call. Oh, I see. Okay, so Oakland has called. Interesting. Oakland has called timeout because they want to preserve the clock for one more shot at it. So Sam Bradford under center. This is difficult sledding now for Bowler. Anything guessed wrong on Sam Bradford's card is going to be murder. And you guess wrong on Jay Ajayi's card, and that's going to be trouble too, especially when your run defense isn't that strong. He does call run, and hey, look at this. He stopped in the backfield. Of course, he gets the benefit of the dreaded 5 on Jay Ajayi's card. Guessed right. He'll lose a yard on that play. Oakland will call another timeout. So now it's second down and goal. Ball at the Raiders 7. 52 seconds to go here in the first half. San Francisco on the doorstep, trailing 13-7. Ball at the Raiders 7. So Lawrence Green, who will get the ball. As a matter of fact, they'll get the ball at the half. They'll get the ball to start the third quarter. Looking to close this gap and perhaps take the lead. Pitch out to Jay Ajayi. It's guessed wrong. He picks up 5, and he goes out of bounds. Yes, he did. Not sure that Lawrence wanted him to do that. I think he wanted him to exhaust that other timeout, but he probably had that button pressed and maybe didn't notice it. But we'll see. That's just nitpicking. So it's redundant to say this, but again, I formation. That is Gronkowski in the backfield with Jay Ajayi. And here comes a slant pass to Kelsey, and that pass is going to be caught. Great call. Lawrence makes the call. Short pass guessed wrong on Bradford's card. Everything is good except a 7. And he was able to get that roll, and he's able to get the touchdown, and he's able to get the lead. So a great drive from Lawrence Green off of the missed field goal by the Raiders, and they now have taken a 14-13 lead with just 30 seconds to play here in the half. That kick is way deep in the end zone. Let's see if he decides to try to take it out. He does not. So only 30 seconds to play here in the first half. The Raiders now trail 14-13. They have one timeout remaining. They stay with their I formation. The Niners do have 3 timeouts here, but I don't think that's going to be a factor. One timeout for the Raiders. Tim Bowler now trailing 14-13 to Lawrence Green and the San Francisco 49ers. 30 seconds to go before the half. Here's a pass to Uzma. It's 12 yards pickup, and he does not make it out of bounds. Oh, he did. Sorry. Boy, I just have such a hard time with this animation telling if they made out of bounds or not. Probably need to read the write-up just a little bit more. Anyway, so fortunately for the Raiders, they are able to preserve a timeout on that play. Ball's at their 37. If they manage it right, they'll have 4 plays to go. They do have the benefit of one timeout. Here's a pitch out to McCoy. It's guessed wrong, and McCoy is able to run for 17 yards. He fumbles the ball, but his club is able to recover. So there is a break for Tim Bowler. They have now crossed into San Francisco territory, but he loses his timeout on the play. So that was a 17-yard pickup. They lost a couple of yards on the fumble, but fortunately they were able to get it back. So they're about a first down away from any chance of a field goal. But they're probably going to need more yards than 10. That's Chris Boswell. Actually was incredibly successful this year from 40 to 49, 14 of 14. I think he got unlucky with that last set of downs. I believe that variable field goal caught him. So here's a deep pass to Uzma, but the pass is incomplete. So that leaves 8 seconds. So Bowler decides to go over the top with Uzma. Defender X reading. He's being guarded by A 5. Is that right? No, a 4. I believe he's being guarded by a 4. Yeah, he's being guarded by a linebacker 4. So he's kind of picked on that. Bowler's kind of picked on that linebacker 4. Uzma's had a good first half. Here comes a post pattern to Martellus Bennett. And that pass will fall incomplete. So this will be the last play of the half, 3rd and 10. Ball at the Niners 46. The San Francisco 49ers are leading this game 14-13. 13-3 season for Lawrence Green, facing off against 12-4 Tim Bowler. The winner of this Raiders-Niners game will face the winner of the Rams and Houston Texans NFC wildcard matchup. The AFC matchups feature the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Chicago Bears and New Orleans Voodoo facing off against the 16-0 Seattle Seahawks. Here comes a deep pass to Uzma. He is not double teamed. That pass falls incomplete. 2 men in the zone. And that is your half. So a nice performance by Tim Bowler. But San Francisco comes up and with that late touchdown, and Lawrence Green finds himself ahead 14-13 as we head to the half. The Niners will have the ball to start the third quarter. So we'll wait to see if these two are able to get this thing started or if perhaps the game is locked. You never know about the halftime bug. I'd like to take a look at the stats, but we don't know if we are stuck. It looks like we are stuck. Nobody's doing anything just yet. So Tim and Lawrence are talking, so let's just jump through the stats really quickly. So both teams have been very effective moving the ball up and down the field. San Francisco with 15 first downs, Oakland with 11. The first score of the contest took place when Rob Gronkowski caught a 2-yard pass from Sam Bradford. Antonio Brown and the Raiders answered quickly with a 51-yard scoring strike from Tom Brady to tie it up at 7. San Francisco on their next drive stalled, and they gave the ball back to the Raiders on their own 40. And several plays later, LaShawn McCoy rushed for 3 yards for a score. The extra point was blocked, so that made the lead 13-7. And just a moment ago, Travis Kelce caught Sam Bradford's second touchdown pass, another 2-yard touchdown pass, and that's where we find ourselves now at 14-13. Brady 7 of 11 in the first half for 127 yards. Sam Bradford 14 for 21, but only 71 yards. And the teams have started, so we're going to jump right back into it. San Francisco will start with the ball. They have the lead, but only by 1 against the Oakland Raiders. And here comes a pass to Julio Jones. It's good for 8 yards. Defense guesses run. It's now 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 33. We're just underway here in the third quarter in this divisional playoff game, autumn win 2017-18 season. Niners ahead 14-13 over the Raiders. '16th season of autumn wind Stratomatic football. And there's a square out pass to Julio Jones. So it looks like San Francisco is going to continue to pick on the linebacker 4s of the Raiders. They have 3 4s and a 0. You can slide that 4 over and create a 2-man situation at the right, but you can only do that for so long. You've still got 4s in both of those zones, so they've got to be kind of creative when it comes to moving one or both of those 4-rated linebackers around. That pass falls incomplete. That one was intended for Travis Kelce. Bradford's thrown a lot of passes, 24 in fact, only 92 yards to show for it, but he does have 2 touchdowns. Has not turned the ball over. There's a nice run for Rex Burkhead up the middle. It's on the defensive card. 0 linebackers in the zone, and that's a first down. Burkhead only 3 carries, 17 yards, 11 of it on that last carry. So San Francisco once again is in Oakland territory. They've been in Oakland territory on every, I believe, every one of their drives so far. There's a pass to Gronkowski, but there it is. Oakland getting creative with that linebacker, putting 2 in the zone. Putting 2 in the zone, and that pass falls incomplete. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, so San Francisco has punted the ball one time. So they've been within the 50-yard line of the Raiders every time except one. And there is a pass to Julio Jones that is complete. Defense guesses wrong, anticipating Jay Ajayi run. And San Francisco now is in business, in scoring position, ball at the 28 of the Raiders. They're leading by 1. We're just 3 minutes into the third quarter. Here comes that inside run. Tim Bowler guesses at 1 play too late. Doesn't matter. It's on the defensive card. He picks up 5. Average cards, run and pass for the Niners as well as the Raiders. Again, very impressive. Tim Bowler only allowing 265 points. 5th in the league. Facing off against the offensive Goliath of Autumn Wind, 508 yards for Sir Lawrence and his 49ers. Second down by 5, ball at the 23. As we've said throughout this game, high formation pretty much every play. So the Raiders bring up everybody, anticipating run. The guess fails. That's a short pass and a pickup for 10 for Travis Kelce. Look at the stat line for Kelce. 6 catches, only 24 yards. But he does have a touchdown. He's going to Kelce again, and he's double-teamed on the play, but that puts 2 men in the zone. And that pass will fall incomplete. Nice call again. Getting creative. Tim Bowler's got to move some pieces around here, and he's doing it. He's doing it so far.